How's it going, guys? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Good seeing you. As you may know, I am a Subway tastemaker. I live off Subway. Subway recently teamed up with Food Banks Canada for food shortages around the world. It's a real problem. It's sombering, the statistics of it. All you had to do was buy a meal and it would give a meal. So you bought a Subway combo and you provided food for people who needed it. I'm happy to announce that 2 million meals were given away. We did it. 2 million. That's good stuff. I recently went to a Subway and Food Banks Canada pop-up to learn more, and it was actually really interesting stuff. It's very cool to see. I love their initiative there, and it was quite fascinating. So in honor of all this, I decided to get a Subway combo and answer some Q&A questions. I decided to go with the, we got a panini here. It's quite good. I'm going to be munching on it the whole time. And Sun Chips. I used to love Sun Chips. My grandma used to always give me Sun Chips when we would stop at gas stations when I was little. I just loved them. I asked for Q&A questions on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and I got some good questions. So in honor of all this, I'm doing a Q&A, answering those questions. Let's get to it. What does it mean to be a tastemaker? So there's just a handful of us. I want to say there's 5 of us. It's a very diverse group. You have a dad who does really cool things. You have an athlete, you have a tech influencer, you have a gaming influencer, you have someone who does pastel color Instagram stuff. It's very cool. It's a cool group. What's cool to me is that we get to really provide our feedback, and they listen to it, and it's this idea of representing a pretty wide swath of people for something we all enjoy, which is Subway, and just helping it get better, and just, it's great. It's a cool partnership. How did you get into YouTube? I've been following you for years. So it's a really long answer. I'm going to try to keep it short. It was, 11, 12, something like that years ago. I stumbled upon it. I actually first used YouTube in like 2007 to upload trailers. I had a website, a blog called Xbox Canada Tournaments, and I used YouTube as a platform for video. I think my first post was like a Forza, like the first ever Forza Motorsport trailer or something like that. Are you addicted to Subway yet? I worked there in college and ate so much of it, I get random cravings for it 10 years later. I do get a lot of Subway cravings, I'll admit that. It's good stuff, man. Like, for me, it's just, I don't feel bad about eating Subway, or you can always choose a healthy option at Subway. Obviously, I personally don't go out of the way to be overly healthy. But, it's just filling. Like, it's such a road trip thing. I love it. Yes, the answer is yes. Out of all the Halo games, what grunt line is your favorite? It's not an actual in-game line. It was cut content, an outtake line. Get away or I'll bite your kneecaps off! Is a ghost considered a flying vehicle? It's from Papa Trend. We always have an argument about this. Because, I mean, is it... at what height is something considered a flying vehicle? Leave that one in the comments. Is a ghost a flying vehicle? If not, how high must it float before it's technically a flying vehicle? Think about it. What could you personally improve in to have a more successful career? I would say my easy answer to that is time management. I need an assistant. I get very easily overwhelmed and stressed about that. I put things off. Because I get stressed, and I deal with that by kind of ignoring it, and I'm working on it, but it is really hard to tackle. Anyone else who struggles with this knows how hard that is. You just wanna lay in bed and forget everything. It's a real struggle. If you could work for any game company, which would it be? It's a tough one, because on one hand, I want to say like an indie dev thing, right? Like I want to really be a part of a core team, which is kind of what I'm helping with Not My Car, which is really cool. But if it was a big, like, AAA team, I mean, my easy answer is 343. Because Halo, man. Like, I love Halo. Halo has changed my life, and I want to give back more. Are you still going ahead for eSports with Ready Up? Yeah, Ready Up is primarily eSports focused. There's going to be a lot of cool things in the future for that. I can't reveal it all now, but just stay tuned. It's one of the most exciting things I think I've done in my entire career. Your favorite Halo character? Buck? I think Buck. What a winner. It's just Nathan Fillion. Like, how can you not love Nathan Fillion, man? I mean, RB is a winner, of course, but I'm going with Buck. That's just funny. So what's the strangest sub you've ever witnessed being ordered? Mine was this dude who put every sauce on it, like 10 or whatever. It was crazy. I can't say I've seen that. I I think me is when people put a lot of stuff, like they're like, more, this, and they choose every item, and it's just this unclosable sub. I'm very minimal. I'm very picky. I'll have like a little lettuce, you know, and like salt and pepper, and like that's kind of it. Do you think Master Chief would have gotten along with Noble Team? I don't know if Master Chief really gets along. You know what I mean? He's kind of a machine. He's not, you know? Halo 4 lines. Are you still sponsored by Subway? Yeah. Maybe an overused cliche question. What is the best advice you could give someone who's beginning content creation? I would say look at what is successful, emulate it, but don't imitate it. Take notes, make it your own. Originality, one definition of originality is taking something existing, almost like two existing ideas, and making them into something new. Originality essentially doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Especially in this day and age. Like, what are you going to come up with that has never been done before? That's not necessarily what you should seek. You also shouldn't seek to be number one. You can be very successful in whatever you do as long as you are happy with yourself. Don't compare, I even struggle with this, but don't compare yourself to other people. Take notes from them on how you can improve your own thing, but build your own audience. It doesn't have to be about being number one. Build what makes you happy and what's true to yourself, what's true to your content. Where'd you get that controller? I want one. Subway sent this to me. It sent a little gift package. If you could have one animal as a pet and it was domesticated, what would you get? See, you know, I almost want to go with like a monkey, like something smart. That'd be really fun, or like a panda, because they're funny. But I also wouldn't want to take a lot of work. And honestly, Mia, like a cat is already a pretty perfect animal to me. They're cuddly, and they do their own thing. So I maybe one of a fancy cat, like a lynx. You know what I mean? Like a tiger, a baby tiger. I don't want it to get too big. See, that's a problem. All the cool stuff gets too big. Baby elephant. No, it seems like a lot of work. Something I don't that is, you know, like house trained. I don't have to clean up much after. By the way, like some of these questions, I would love to hear. Joking. Not on the Subway, on my own spit. Speaking of which, I would love to hear your answers for some of these questions. Feel free to answer. Because, like, someone give me a better answer than that. What's a good domesticated pet? Most anticipated game of the holiday season? Nothing's immediately popping to mind. All the stuff I'm most excited about just seems so far away. Like, I'm on, like, a Borderlands 3, right? Or, like, a new Halo game. If you could have the Greenskull sandwich added to the menu, what ingredients would be in the creation? Meatballs, banana peppers, hot sauce, salt and pepper, sprinkle lettuce. That's just what I like, my favorite thing. So try it sometime. Banana peppers, whew. I like the spice. I like spice a lot. Why green? I guess it was always my favorite color. It just still is. Like, I love green on black. I think it looks really cool. I don't know. There's something cool about green. If Wardog and Minolta had a battle to the death, it's a battle to the deal. Battle to the death. Wardog wrote this, by the way. Had a battle to the death using only pool noodles. Who would win and how? I don't think I would necessarily give the edge to either of these boys. I think Minolta's tactics would be more surprising, but Wardog would seem more brute forcey. Might be a draw. They'd both fall off, and they just end each other. There you go, guys. That was a selection. That was a lot of the questions I got asked. I appreciate you sending them in. I'm still really psyched to be doing what I do. I'm psyched to be working with Subway still. Eating my sandwiches is fantastic. I always like making a very personal note here to everybody who's sticking around and watching my stuff. Like, I appreciate it immensely. You guys don't even know. If you've been around here a long time, let me know in the comments as well, because, you know, again, I've been doing this for 11, 12 years, and I don't know why I feel the need to restate that, but there aren't many of us, honestly, like, left on the content creation side, and even myself, I am getting more and more opportunities outside of content creation, the typical sense. So I'm still trying here. I'm still trying to maintain a presence and interact with you guys, and I appreciate you, and I love seeing those names pop up that I recognize from so long ago. Like, that's what makes me feel like whole, right? Like, that's reality to me. That brings me back to life. Thank you guys so much. Shout out again to Subway. Let me know some of the answers of your own in the comments. I think one of the big ones for me is definitely the domesticated animal one. I want to hear everybody's answers to that. That sounds interesting. Nothing's coming to mind. Maybe like a really cool bird. I could do bird. Like a parrot, but one that isn't loud. Is intelligent. House trained. Ooh, maybe a bird. Birds are funny. Burbs, man. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm gonna finish up this sandwich. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. I'll let you know when to do another Q&A. Stay tuned to socials. Shaka bra. We have a problem. I'm looking for my subway controller. I was gonna show it off. Oh, I know where it went. What the heck? Who took it? Where'd it go? It's gone. Ooh.